What's up, everyone? My name's Jason and welcome to another keto creation. This week we're going to make a simple keto snack that would be perfect for a certain upcoming football game, a big day coming up in early February. What we're going to make is we're going to make a air fried halloumi fries, basically. So we've got some halloumi cheese here. This is just a grilling cheese. And then we've got an egg that we're going to use as an egg wash. And then for the breading for these halloumi fries, we've got some pork panko here. So this is just some pork rinds, like you can see here. Or you can go out and find the actual pork panko from stores, pre-ground up. But I just blitzed up some pork rinds in a blender. And then I added some Parmesan cheese. So I've just got some shredded Parmesan here. So I mix that in with the pork rinds as well, and then I actually added some Greek seasoning to it just to give it a good flavor. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these halloumi fries into the egg wash first, and then what we're going to do is we're going to dump the pork panko into this plastic bag and add our egg washed fries into the bag. This was a suggestion from one of my long-time members on the channel, saying, it'd be easier than just doing each fry at a time. You can just dump them all in there, give it a good shake, and then just put them right into the air fryer. So I'll get set up to start mixing up this egg wash, and we'll get these poured into the Ziploc bag. And then the last part of this will just be I've got some Rouse marinara sauce here that we're going to use to dip these in. So super simple, nice and fast, but we'll be right back and we'll get started. Okay, so we've got our egg wash ready to go here. So like I was saying at the beginning, this is just one egg, and I added a little bit of water in here just to thin it out a little bit. That'll be good for putting the egg wash on the fries. And then I've got the pork panko just in a plastic bag here. Kind of reminds me of the old days when I was growing up. We used to make the shake and bake chicken. Same kind of idea. We're basically just going to run the halloumi fries through the egg wash right into the bag, and then once they're all in there, we'll shake them all up, and then I've got my air fryer over here that will put them straight in there. Won't take long to cook it all, and they'll turn out really nice and crispy, and the cheese, being a grilling cheese, will turn out nice and creamy. So let's get started with the egg wash and these halloumi fries here. So we're just basically going to use some tongs here so I don't get messy hands too much, kind of thing. We just want to roll these around in here. Now you could add any kind of seasoning you want to these. Like I say, I just decided to go with some Parmesan cheese and Greek seasoning just to add some flavor. You could add some cayenne pepper to give it some spice. And you could even add some seasoning in the egg wash as well. So we'll just start loading these into the pork panko here. Now again, like I was saying, a lot of places, stores will sell just a pre-ground pork panko. I find it just as easy to buy the plain pork rinds and grind them up. It doesn't take very long, and they're pretty cheap when you buy the plain baconettes pork rinds. You always want to watch the ingredients in pork rinds. I know there's lots of flavored pork rinds out there, but a lot of times the ingredients aren't too great. I'm always looking for something that's basically just pork rinds and salt, and preferably fried in something like lard instead of a vegetable oil. So just a caution, we have to do the same thing with all our products that we buy. You just need to watch the ingredients, because you just never know what you're going to find in products these days. Seed oils and sugar will show up in the least expected places. So really easy. And like I say, this halloumi is nice and salt. Like, it's a hard cheese, or not a hard cheese, but it's not a soft cheese, so you don't have to be too careful with it. I actually love grilling this cheese. It's such a nice snack. It gets nice and browned, and it tastes amazing when you grill it. So get these last two in here, just like that. kind of thing. And then we'll set this egg wash aside, and then we can take our Ziploc bag with the fries in it. We can sort of close that up just like that, so we're not making a mess. And then we'll just start mixing them around. Try and get as much on there as you can. Usually you would sort of coat these in flour if you weren't doing low carb before you put them in the egg wash, just to hold on to the egg wash a bit better. But obviously we're not doing something like that, so we just want to make sure we get the halloumi as coated as possible with our pork rinds. So they're looking pretty good. So let me get the basket of the air fryer out, and then we'll start cooking. Okay, so we got the basket of our Typher Dome 2 air fryer out here. I really like this air fryer. It's a nice, big, wide basket. It's not very deep. As you can see, it's fairly shallow, but you can do a full pizza in this air fryer. So I really do enjoy it. Cleaned off my tongs. Now these tongs, I did have a question about these. These are actually part of a raclette set. So they're tongs used for things like cheese. It's basically an indoor grill. One of these things, like you set it up on your dining room table, and then you can grill meat and cheese and vegetables on it. So it comes with a bunch of these plastic tongs. I just commandeered a set for what I do. I like them for the Dash Minis because it doesn't scratch the non-stick surface on them. So let's get these out, and then we'll get them in the air fryer. I'm just shaking some of the excess pork panko off of them. We don't want it to be, we want them coated, but we don't want them to be too thick. So some of them have a little bit extra on it. I'm sure they'll still turn out really good, so I'm not super concerned about it. I think that's pretty much it. Let's check the bag, make sure we're not missing any. Yep, that's all of them. So did up, what was that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 halloumi fries this week. Like I say, this would be a good snack if you're having people over on a Sunday for a football game or just a gathering kind of thing. You could make these ahead of time, and you could put them in the fridge or the freezer and then just pull them out, and they're literally going to take about 5 minutes in the air fryer. It doesn't take very long at all. So I'm going to start cooking these, and then we'll come back and give them a try. Okay, so while the halloumi fries are cooking in the air fryer, literally for 5 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. I'll put what that is in Fahrenheit on the screen. I don't know off the top of my head. We're just gonna warm up some of this Rouse marinara. This is a decent low carb spaghetti sauce and marinara, so might as well have something to dip these in while we're trying them. So we'll get this ready for when the halloumi fries are finished. Okay, so our halloumi fries have cooked for 5 minutes in the air fryer. They are very soft at the moment, so we're going to give them a couple minutes just to firm up a little bit. We're not going to let them cool down. We're just going to give them, just a few seconds before we start pulling them out, and then we'll give these really tasty treats a try. Okay, so our air fried keto low carb halloumi fries are done. Again, it just took 5 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius in the air fryer. And then as you can see, I've just got a little bit of marinara sauce here to dip them in. So let's take a look, and you can see they're nice and soft still. And obviously it's going to be nice and gooey cheese kind of thing. So we'll dip this in the marinara. Just give it a little bit more flavor. Now again, this is just pork panko with some Parmesan cheese and Greek seasoning. and halloumi cheese cut into fries with some marinara. Quick and simple, great party snack basically. So let's give this a try. Yeah, halloumi is such a great cheese when it's warmed up like that. I really do like it. And if you've never had grilled halloumi before, I would definitely suggest giving it a try. This just kicks it up to another level kind of thing. So I hope you enjoyed the video. This is just leading up to the end of the football season. Figure try and come out with some nice party snacks that you can take to a party or make at home or whatever. And like I said, you can make these ahead of time. So, nice and easy. That's it for this week. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider subscribing. Give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this creation. And we'll see you next week. Keep on thriving, my friends.